Hello everyone, how are we doing? How was our trading week? I hope we all had a very wonderful trading week. So, real quick, family, as you can see on my video title, I'm gonna quickly be reviewing to us guys the trade that I took this week, and I'll be showing us guys the common psychology behind those trade, and as well, I want us guys to have this in our back of our mind that I'm not only trying to like show us guys the trade I took, but I also want us guys to, actually understand how simple, I try to keep my trading system, and how I actually the way I actually approach the market. You know, I really want us guys to also learn this because I think technical is one of the most easiest things to actually master in trading. But after understanding technical, the major thing that we really need to master is our psychology. Which, if you don't have the right psychology in trading, you're just going to keep messing up with your capital, and you keep repeating the same mistake over and over and over again until you started working on your psychology. So I'm not only like trying to show us guys the pair that I trade and I was able to profit from the pair, right? I'm also here to show us guys the few points of view that I do have in order for me to execute my trade. So here is AUD card, which is the first pair that I actually traded this week. And as you can see on my chart, the market is really trending downward. Like, I would love to really go deep on the technical aspect, but it will really take much time. So if you want me guys to really be going, like, if you guys really want me to be going more deeper, you can comment on my comments, on my comment section, so that I will be going more detail on my reviews like this. So because I'm feeling like, say, if I'm taking much time, and some people get boring in watching like 1 hour video. Like, I don't know, but to me right here, where I truly learned, like, they do send us 2 hours video to watch. Like, you guys, if you guys are really ready for this job right here, then you should be also ready to put in the work. So it's up to you. If you guys really want me to be going much detail on my reviews like this, you can just comment on my comment section, so that we'll know the way we'll actually put it in order. Okay, so uh here is AUD card, and the market was really trending downward, which you can see. We're forming a bearish trend, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low. We have a lower high, and then we have this lower low right here. So this was, where I was able to identify the idea after this new lower low was found. So we can see right here we have a break of structure to the downside. After we had that break of structure to the downside, like, my trading system, like, I think the way I trade is the most simplest way to trade. Trust me guys, like, there's no need to complicate it. I keep it very simple to myself. I'm not here to impress anybody. I'm not here to show anybody that I'm the best. Like, I'm here to make money, right? And I try to figure out what really work for me. So we can see we have a lower low, right? We have this new lower low that was formed. So where is my trading range? Here is my trading range right here. Right here is my trading range, and then we have this low right here. So some people call this a strong high, a weak low, right? So why is this a weak low? Is because this is the next low that we are really expecting price to come for next, right? And then some people will call this a strong high. Why is this a strong high? Because we are expecting price not to go above this high, right? We're expecting price to respect those area of supply that we can see, that which they are very very clean. So after I identify my trading range, like, after I identify my trading range, we can see right here, we have this supply right here that actually causes impulse move to the downside that leads to the break of this previous lower low. And also we also have this supply right here that has a lot of confluences, right? That has a lot of confluences, which we can see right here. We can see right here, these are my zones where I was actually anticipating to see price, really back, where I was really anticipating to see price coming back from mitigation, right? Which I was really expecting price to come back from mitigation, which the reason why I'm also interested in those areas. Number one right here, from the first, from this first supply zone right here, we notice that we have a sweep of liquidity. So notice how the institution actually manipulated the retail stops, right? Because those people are always attracted to our areas of stop loss. Like, trust me, family, you need to back test, okay? Those people are always attracted to our areas of where our stop loss is being placed. Those people are so attracted to those areas. So now all the people that are looking to sell from resistance, and buy a support, those that are looking at this as a new resistance has been from, let's start shorting from here, and their stop loss is here. and their surplus was here, what did we guys notice? The institution came and sweep them out. Like price what the institutional came and sweep them out, and then we have that impulse move to the downside. So this actually serve as the institutional orders is still resting here, right? The institutional orders is still resting here. So most likely price the institution can come back and either close the 50% of their position or the open of their position, like we all know, right? Like we all know. So now I was actually looking at this area not only because the institution stripped liquidity before the aggressive push to the downside, but because we also have an imbalance, right? Inefficiency. We can see we have this large imbalance. We also have an engulfing that actually engulfed this last before the down move candle, which is this institutional candle, right? We also have an engulfing, and we look at how price really move with a lot of momentum to the downside. So this actually give me, an idea to actually pay attention to that area of supply to see how price will actually react off from that supply. And also the same thing goes to this one right here. The only thing that differentiate this supply right here and this one right here is because this one right here we have a sweep of liquidity, while this one right here, we just rally down without sweeping liquidity. So when I was actually doing this analysis, I was having much interest on this one right here because mostly the institutional order is here. So I was also having interest here, but like I said, I was having high interest on this one right here. So bringing out my fib level also, bringing out my fib level, when I measure from my swing high to my swing low, we can see this one right here is above the 50%. And the one that I told us guys that I'm so interested on seeing price coming back from mitigation, is aligning with my 88.6 of my fib level, which is a very nice area where I always pay attention to see how my zones are aligning, right? So price retrace back, right? I was just patient because we all know trading is patient, right? Trading is patient. 10% buy, 10% buy, 10% sell, 80% waiting, like we all know, right? Like we all know. So I waited, right? I waited for the setup. I really waited for the setup, right? Market was just coming down, coming up. I mean, coming up. I was just folding my hands, and then I saw this mitigation. This mitigation actually happened, right? And when this mitigation actually happened, we have an absorption, right? We have an absorption because I was also looking at this demand zone right here, like I just explained to us guys, but price absorbed this demand zone. And then what I noticed that this market is ready to start selling down is because we have this area of indecisional candle, though it's not really clean, right? And the reason why I started considering that the market can start going down is because of what I started seeing on the lower time frame as well. So we have this indecisional candle right here, right? Which if we refine this area where price actually mitigated, we are going to see a very clean demand zone right there, right? So what this indecisional candle, but I was not really having high interest on it, right? I'm not gonna lie. I was not really having like high interest on this because I was still having imbalance to fill and institutional orders that have not been yet mitigated, for price to come back and what mitigate off their order, right? So I was not really having high interest right here, but what actually gave me the confirmation to what, just take this shot, is what I started seeing on the lower time frame. So after this, after I saw this mitigation right here, I started moving down to my 15 minutes time frame, which is the time frame that I mostly take my trade, which is the time frame that I mostly take my trade. Like as that's why I said like everything that will be sharing with us guys here, family, like you guys just need to pay attention because it's like I'm just trying to reveal everything that I do. So like I said to us guys, if we find that institutional candle on the lower time frame, we are going to see a what? A supply zone that has not been yet mitigated, which I also call it a demand zone. So whatsoever you feel like calling it, supply demand is all the same thing. Okay, supply demand is all the same thing. Like just do what works for you. Mention what you like, everything you feel like mentioning, just mention it, my brother. You more now the goal now to make we make money. Now the goal be that we no dey to the play una know as e dey be. So right here we have this area of supply that also price has not yet mitigated. So like on the 2 hours time frame, we saw that area as an indecisional candle, but during our refinement, right, we can see that we have what? We have an we have a supply zone that price really left unmitigated. So when I saw this, I was like, okay, this is nice price action, but not really like high setup for me, high probability setup for me because like I said, I have this area of supply. So what I was really looking at, I was like, okay, let me really see a very nice price action that will be playing out. Like, let me see a very nice price action that will be playing out. So, I'm not gonna lie, when all this was playing out, I was not really active. Like I was absent. I was not present when this was really playing out. But we really had a very nice delivery here. We really have a nice delivery. So after price actually tapped in that supply, we started shifting in structure to the downside, right? We started shifting in structure to the downside. After we have that shift in the downside, it's the same thing. Like, we all need to understand that trading is a repetition of one thing happening over and over again. Like, over and over again. There's nothing different. Like, what anything you are starting from the higher time frame is the same thing you are going to repeat on. You are going to see it on the lower time frame. Repetition of one thing happening over and over again. So this is how I actually execute my trade. Like, I always wait for a lower time frame confirmation. So how I wish I was present. I did not take this trade. You guys should please listen to me very well. I did not take this short. So how I wish I took this sell. This will be my entry, right? This will be my entry right here. That was after the what? After the mitigation of my higher time frame supply, right? This will be my entry, and look at how this trade really traveled like very nicely. We had a nice delivering of price, and my stop loss will be above this high because I don't care how many pips I have. Like, and this one is very tiny pips for me. Right, this is a very tiny pips. Like, I'm not all those kind of traders that try to deceive people that be like, okay, have 2 pips in stop, have 3 pips so that you have a 1 to 10 risk to reward, 1 to 20 risk to reward. My bro, this is unrealistic. Like, they're trying to sell you a false, information, something that don't really work. That's what they're trying to sell you guys. Trust me, that's what they are really trying to sell you guys. And true, like, to be honest, don't really fall in trap for that. Like, you guys should not really fall in trap for that. So this is all I do. This is all I do. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. This is all I do. So now, I wish I took this right here, right? My minimum risk to reward. I'm not gonna say it right here, but we can see how this market really played out very nicely. Like, we really had a very nice delivering of price to the downside. Really had a nice delivering of price to the downside. But I didn't took this one right here. But I'm just trying to show us guys. After my supply was mitigated, I had an entry, right? I had a very perfect entry that I could have take advantage of, but I was not really active. So it is what it is. There is many opportunities in the market, which I'm gonna show us that is the one that I was able to participate on. So right here, when this happened, I was not really present. Like, I was not really present on chat. Though it's not like I went out, but I was busy doing my school homework. I'm an architect, so I do design, and sometimes my design do take a lot of time for me. So even when this happened, so you can see we will still have another re-entry right here. We have lower low, lower high, lower low, and then lower high. Like, look at how my setup used to look like. Look at how my setup used to look like. I don't trade complicated setup. I don't trade complicated setup. Like, low, high, low, low, high, low. This is what I trade. This is what I trade, and you guys should actually like duplicate this. Like, you guys should duplicate this. Okay. So now, when I turn on my trading view, this is what I started. This is what I saw. Right. I saw price breaking this low already, like this previous lower low. I saw price breaking this previous lower low. So I was like, okay, let's be part of this short, right? As long as our highest target is this week low right here, which is H2 week low. This is our area, our overall area of targeting. So let's participate on the sell. There is no reason for us not to participate, and also there is a very clean delivering of price action, right? Which I'm just gonna explain to us guys right here. So we have this demand zone that fails to hold price, which we can see price really broke down that supply. I think it was a 5 minutes. It looked like it was a 5 minute sell. I saw that sell from the 5 minutes time frame. And the reason why I took this sell from the 5 minutes time frame is because I've already know where the market is coming from. I've already know where this market is coming from. I did not just woke up and then come to the 5 minutes time frame and start trading. I've already know that from the daily we are trending bearish. From the 4 hours time frame we are trending bearish. From the 1 hours time frame, 2 hours time frame, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, like all the time frames, I've already know where this market is truly heading to, right? We are really trending towards the downside. That's what really gave me this confidence to actually, participate on this short right here. So this was the sell right here. We can see we have a very nice delivering of price, which we have this form of lower low, lower high, lower low. Very simple, right? Very, very simple. Like my setup is just kind of crazy, man. Right? We have this lower low right here, right? We have this lower low. So my entry was probably here. So let me not really do it blindly. I have a channel that I personally manage. So I share the trade to my team, which let me show us guys how I even call the trades for them. Let's go. So this it is what it is, family. Like before these boots are taking like quite time. Like you just need to train yourself to always identify the most clear setups, like setups that are not really complicated. You can just see how I do look at for setups that are not really gonna stress me. Like I always look out for setups that are fucking clean, like setups that you know setups that has no stress, like they don't have too much stress. So this was the setup right here. AUD card, another re-entry. Oh, this one was another re-entry that I shared. Like every kind of any setup that I take, I do call it for my members right here. We are like just 39 uh members in the group, but we are dreaming to become more than this. Okay, the goal is to become more than this as well. So is this the cell AED card? Okay, this was it. Like I need to see the before so that we can see that. But this was the tray right here. So let me show us guys. Like this video is really taking long, but if anyone that truly wants to learn, he will dedicate time to actually be patient in seeing everything I'm doing right here. So this was the cell, like this was really the cell. Like this one right here, it was when I turned on my trading view and I said, okay, what is currently going on in this market? And through like just back testing, but I did not take the trade. So now look at it right here. We have low, high, and then we have another break to the downside, right? After we have this break, I send it to my team. Look at it. Miss the first entry. Let's see how this goes, right? And it is what it is. Like it is what it is. And where was the first entry? Okay. Oh, like I even tried to participate on this. Like it was a missing one actually. It was a missing one. Like, is this really need AUD card? AUD card, okay. So like this was not AUD card, this is NZD. Okay, this is the first one that I called. Like it was a missing one. Then I said we missed our first entry, missed first entry. Let's see how this goes, right? And then boom, right? Boom. Let me show us guys the before. This was the before. This was the before. Like, see you guys tomorrow. Like, I was done for that day. Like, I don't need to stress it anymore. I'm not really here to always be trading. Like, there is this kind of mindset that I come in the market, right? I don't just show up, right? Every day that I'm showing up on my chart, I don't show up to trade. Like, that's the kind of mindset I approach this market with, right? I don't show up to trade. I don't really show up to trade. Like what I the kind of mindset I actually used to come up with in order for me to turn on my trading view. The kind of mindset I do have is I'm showing up to analyze, right? I'm showing up. Excuse me, family. Like I'm coming. I'm coming. Sorry for that. Sorry for that, family. Like, I'm sorry for that. But let's continue. So, like, what I was saying, like, if you're coming into this market and you're actually putting it in your mind that you just want to come and trade, I bet you, like, I really bet you are just going to keep losing, like, over and over again, because you will be feeling depressed, like, especially when you are seeing other traders making money. You'll be feeling as if you are being left behind, so you need to trade. But if you're just coming up with this kind of mindset that I want to show up to analyze and then wait for the probability to actually happen. Yeah, I don't really care how long it will take before it happen. I might not even trade for the entire week, but as long as I'm waiting for something, I am cool, right? I am cool in waiting for that to actually happen. And also, as long as if it happened, I will take action on it and then wait for the probability to happen, right? Because as we know, trading is a probability game. You can wait for trade for the whole week and you can still execute that trade and I bet your family you can still lose. That's trading for us. That's really really trading for us. I'm not gonna be here and you try to show us, tell us guys that you cannot take a loss. You cannot. No, trading is win and loss game. You have to really understand that. You really have to understand that. But if you are only looking at the win side, then my bro, trading is not for you. Because when you are not, aside from trading, right? Aside from trading, when you are going for real estate business, okay? When you are going for real estate business, you're not just going with a mindset of you just want to be winning in real estate. Like every building, every land, everything that you purchase is a win, right? It's a win. You go with this kind of you go with this kind of mindset that I might win on this one right here, I might not win, right? So it's the same thing as trading. It's the same thing as trading. So right here, this was my first winning trade. This was really my first winning trade for the week. This was my first winning trade, and at the same time again, I was able to add another position again, which I'm gonna show us guys. So we have our stop loss here. Like this trade was crazy. I nearly got stopped out, like, but because I've already understand how this market really works, I was just sitting and watching. Like I was not shivering, like I was not scared. Although as they be, we don't already strong. As they be now, we don't already strong. So I was just sitting and just watching this guy. Like, was I even sitting and watching this guy? I was not really sitting and watching because I have other things to do. I just set my limits, and then since I've already know where I'm actually anticipating the market should actually move to, I was just doing my thing, right? So when I came back, I saw market, I saw price here. Like I said, wow, this is crazy. Well, yeah, let's go down. Let's go down. Let's hit my TP. Let's hit my TP, and boom, I got smashed. Like TP hit, and then um we still have this another break, right? Which actually I got Kwadeyi. That I just speak outside to those guys right here. Um Longer throats, like this one right here was a longer throat again because the setup looks very clean. The setup looks very clean. It was a 15 minutes time frame salt. It was a 15 minutes time frame salt. So those are the two time frames that I love playing along. Like those are the two time frames. So the cell was it 15 minutes time frame? Like it was a 5 minutes. Yeah, it was a continuation of the 5 minutes time frame source. Right, it was a continuation. So this one right here, I'm not gonna lie, I did not hit TP, and I think I posted it um on my on my on my Instagram story. So this was the cell right here. This was the sell, and my stop loss was like 9 pips, and I got stopped out at break even because I tried to trade my stop loss. My stop loss was here, so it was like a one-to-one trade for me, right? It was like a one-to-one trade for me. um, so this was where my stop loss was, like not up to a one-to-one as well. So I got stopped out right there at break even, and then bad market really reversed back, mad, like mad. So after this happened, I was just following the trend, right? I was just following the new breaks that were happening. I was just following the trend. So we can see again, like there is no reason for me not to take this shot. Like you guys have seen the kind of setup that I used to take, right? You guys have seen the setup that I used to take. Very clean one. Structure, lower low, lower high, no stress, right? No stress. So when I saw this again, you guys definitely should know that I will be part of this one right here. You guys know that I will be part of this one right here. Because why? Why won't I be part of this? Like my village people they follow me. When I stop to the play, oh, why won't I be part of this? So immediately when I saw this again, I was like, oh man, this week now my week. This week now my week. So this was my first loss. This was my first loss. Took a loss right here. Took a loss right here. So my entry was probably here. And my stop loss. You guys will be like, why are my stop loss very wide like this? Like, bro, I'm not here to like try to show anybody. Like I said from the beginning, I'm not here to show you that I used to have tight stop loss, making 10, 1 to 10, 1 to 20. Omo, fuck that shit. I'm here to make good trade. I'm here to make good trade, man. Good trade that will hit my 1 to 3. Like, so the first I've already mentioned, like, on my video title, you guys, I said 1 to 3. I made a 1 to 7 race to reward, right? Or is it 1 to 6? It's 1 to 6 race to reward. So this was my first 1 to 3 right here. This was my first 1 to 3. This was my first 1 to 3 right here, and then we have a -1 right here, right? We have a -1 right here. So I took a -1 right, which is absolutely fine. It's part of the game, you know. I can't run away from this, right? I can't really run away from this. So the only thing I can do is try to minimize it again by always going with proper risk management, because when you are trying to risk what you cannot afford to lose, the market will always show you shaggy. So you always want to risk what you can afford to lose in this market to avoid seeing shaggy, right? To avoid blowing your account, to avoid messing up with your psychology, because one of the major things that you always want to protect is your psychology, because that is where real trading take place. That is where real trading really take place. You don't want to fuck with that. You don't really want to fuck with that. So now I took a -1 right here, like, and we can see after price really tagged me in, like how I wish I said let's stack in order. There was another break for me on the lower time frame. Like, there was still another break, which you can see right here. After we tap in this area of supply, we still had another break to the downside, and then we have, I can be like, okay, oh, let's add another position, and the break was very sweet, man. Let me show us, guys. The break was really, and I'm very sure there are people that are trying to take that shot, like, definitely, because we know that this market, every candle that is being printed, there are buyers and sellers that are participating on that candle, right? There are buyers and sellers that are really participating on that candle. So how I wish, like, I was not really fucking greedy. I could have, be part of this, but on this trade right here, I'm not just gonna show us guys that I took a loss, and I'm gonna show us guys the lesson that I learned. Not it's a lesson, but before this loss actually happened, I've already knew it, I've already saw it, and I'm gonna show us guys, what I mean by I've already seen that loss coming. So now, so now, so you can see, like, everything I'm doing, I'm so aware of it in this market. I don't do things randomly. Like, I don't do things randomly. So like this one right here, I did not take it to I did not really take this shot. I'm just trying to show us guys that how I wish I get cut of this. I could have take like two losses in one trade. I could have took two like I could have take two losses on one trade. So I did not really take this, and my eyes was even blind to see it. My eyes was even blind. So let me quickly take us guys through this trade right here. Why price stopped me out, right? Based on what I really understand. So now let's move back to the 4 hours time frame. 2 hours time frame, I mean to say. Let's move back to the 2 hours time frame. So coming from the 2 hours time frame, we can see that you know where was the setup? Coming from the 2 hours time frame, we notice that price has already delivered a new lower low, which is this low right here. Price has already delivered a new lower low, which I saw it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I saw this. But what I simply said to myself was, I don't know when a new lower high will start forming, because nobody can tell you when a new lower high wants to start forming. Nobody can tell you that, right? Because I don't control this market, and nobody control this market. We only what allow the market to actually deliver what we want to see in order for us to or take advantage of it. We cannot tell the market to do this, the market to do that. Everyone that tell you that I want this market to do this and is trying to preach that to you, my brother, run for your life. Like, that person is here to just take your money. So I've already saw this coming. Like, I was like, okay, I've got like two trade, one break even, one win. Like, should I be part of this? Like, I just I just get caught up. Like, the setup looks very clean for me. So I was like, I don't know when a new lower high will start, and I don't know whether this market will continue smashing down. Like, I don't know. I don't really know. So, bro, let's go, right? And already we have this new lower low that has been delivered already. So, like, I was not really supposed to like be part of this sale again, but like I said, the setup looks clean. So I decided to just take the opportunity, I just decided to take the opportunity, like no cap, no cap. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And the market actually broke structure. The market actually started buying up, and I was really anticipating to see this price getting back to this area of supply right here. But we can see that what really happened also was a grab of liquidity, because as the market was actually putting on that structure on the lower time frame, we discovered that during my back testing, I discovered that they were just building up liquidity right here. So what happened? They stripped liquidity. That's why from the beginning I said to us guys that those institutions, the players, the big players in this market, this is what they always want. Like they are always attracted to those areas of our liquidity, like where our stop loss is lying down. Like they are always looking for those areas. They are always looking for those areas to get their order filled. Like we no get. So like if you don't really know what you are doing, those people will keep messing up with you. Like I assure us guys, like those people will keep messing up with us. Like so you really need to understand how those people do manipulate the market. They always look for liquidity, right? So I was not the only one selling here, selling here, selling here. So imagine the billions of stop loss that are resting here. What happened? They just sweep them out and then they keep going down. So since then, I did not look at this pair again. So I took one loss on this pair right here. That was this week, which is absolutely a normal loss. And at the same time, I could have not taken that loss if I actually waited for only the sell that I was really anticipating here, and realizing that yes, this market has delivered a new lower low. I don't need to like it is what it is. Like, I'm talking so much already. So this the first pair that I traded. So we have NZD USD also that I traded, and I was able to have a good return on it. So I first had a loss, right? I had a loss, and then from loss to win again. Like it is what it is, man. So AUD, NZD USD, NZD USD. This was a setup right here. Let me show us, guys. Like let me show us, guys. So NZD USD. This was a setup. The setup was from the 4 hours time frame. The setup was from the 4 hours time frame. So looking at the 4 hours time frame, like you guys should please just look at how I used to identify my how I used to generate my trade idea. Please. This is the most simplest way to do this. Like look, we have lower low, we have lower high, we have lower low, we have lower high, we have lower low. We shifted from bearish to bullish, right? And then we still break to the downside. So this is what my mentor will call reaccumulation and distribution, right? Reaccumulation and distribution to the downside. So we had another break to the downside. So after we had this break to the downside, what is next, right? We are still expecting this market should continue going to the downside, right? We are still really expecting to continue going bearish because AUD and NZD USD, looking from the higher time frame, which is from the daily, weekly, monthly, we are really trending bearish. So I'm comfortable trying to look for those sales opportunity, right? I'm so comfortable trying to look for those sales opportunities. So now right here, we can see we have a break. So we have that demand zone that fails to hold price, and then we actually had where price reacted off from, because this market doesn't just move randomly. This market move in phases. Like every low or high that is being formed, there are areas where the price is actually reacting up from, right? There are areas where price is really reacting up from. So nothing is random right here. Everything that happens like in this market, it has a reason. It had a story behind it, right? There is a story behind it. So we all need to know that. So right here we have a break to the downside. After this break to the downside, I was not really part of this, like all this chubby price action right here. I was not part of it. Like I only follow the trend. Like when we are bearish, I'm bearish. I don't try to counter trend. When I'm bullish, I'm bullish. I don't do any sell to buy shit. Like I'm not ready for stress. I'm not ready to keep losing my money. You know, I'm always trading with the trend. Okay, so right here we have this supply here, right? We have this supply right here. That price I was actually looking out for a retracement to happen, right above that supply, right? So after price really mitigated up that area of supply, understanding that the overall sentiment of the market is bearish, right from the highest time frame, I understand that the market is really trending bearish. So what I waited for after we had this mitigation, I I started looking at the 1 hours time frame, like because this price action is really dirty, like it's not really clean. Way you guys see AUD card, like it was not really clean like that. So after we had that mitigation, this was our area of supply. After we had that supply mitigation, that supply mitigated, we started noticing that market started shifting in structure. So when price was reversing back, notice the price action that was actually price was actually putting on. You can see we have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then we have a higher high, and then we started breaking from bullish to bearish. Like how many lows did we see price take out? Like we took out like two major lows. Like so that actually gave me confirmation that most likely this market is ready to start selling down. That was the confirmation that I had, right? That was the confirmation that I had. I said, okay, let's start looking for sales opportunity. So, identify my break of structure right here. Identify my break of structure right here, right? Which you can see price took out that previous higher low after mitigating of our H4 supply zone. So I said, okay, this is where I will be waiting for price to actually retrace back to in order for me to take this market short, to take this market down. Why? Because we can see we have large imbalance, we have supply zone that actually sweep this high right here. So we have a sweep of liquidity before the down sell. So I was actually patient waiting for price there. So immediately when price get there, this was the trade I started actually participating in. Like the first one was a loss, right? The first one, I think it was a loss. The first break, I mean, after we had that H1 time frame supply mitigated to us, you guys will be like, it's like this market broke short us with the upside. Let me show us guys something. Let me show us guys something. Why I was still interested in participating on this sum. So we all know that we look at break of structure with the body of the candle, right? We look at break of structure with the body of the candle. But if you take a look at what actually happened right here, we did not close above the previous higher high, which is the H1 high, above this this previous high with the body of the candle. What actually happened right here? We just have price waking out this high, and then we started selling down like massively. Right, we started selling down like massively. So this actually gave me confirmation to always like to follow the lower time frame sorts. So I moved that to my 15 minutes time frame, which is like my favorite time frame. I love 15 minutes time frame a lot. Like most of the trade like I do take from 15 minutes time frame. So it was when I was really backtesting. I was like angry with myself. I was like, I should have not even take this trade because the trade does not even look clean. Like the trade did not even look clean at all. It was after this break. How I wish this expansion did not happen. I could have considered this as I could have considered this as a clean break of shoulder. Babe, please reduce your volume now. I could have considered this as a I would have considered sorry family, like sorry. I would have considered this as as a clean structure for me that I will personally take advantage of. But I was like, this should be an inducement. I hate all those kind of thoughts like inducement, which for price should induce like all those ones are rubbish to me about trade structure. Because now structure be their father or market will always respect structure, like no cap. So I was like, okay, here will be an inducement. Okay, I'll wait since we have this week that actually price rejected, and we have this supply right here that price left unmitigated. I should look for that sell there. Like I should keep my sell limits there, and we can see like the market kicked me out. Like market really kicked me out. Boom to the downside. Like after they kicked me out, what did we really notice? The market smashed down like very massively. So like even when I got stopped out, I was still right. Like I was still right. But what actually annoyed me is because the setup did not look clean, but I still hold on to the setup. Like that's what really annoyed me. So I took a loss. Then after I took this loss, I moved to the 30 minutes time frame, and I said, okay, this market I'm expecting this market to go short. So there are what I will wait for. Trading is waiting with family. I'm telling you guys, like it was still a 15 minutes time frame. Sorry. So I said to myself that okay, what I will probably wait for, since I'm still expecting this market should go down, I want to see this as a I started seeing this as a new lower high, and then when I said to myself that I want to see this new lower low to be break, like price should come and break out this previous lower low to form a new lower low. Once I see this, I'm ready to take another shot, like boom, 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 like boom. And then that's what really happened. Like the idea showed up, right? Immediately when the idea showed up, I was in, because there's, even with the consolidation ups and downs, like look at the trade right here. I think I call it to the team. Like I call the trade to the team. Even the one that we took loss, I call it to the team. Like I don't really want to be going up and down trying to prove myself, but if I would be here and still show us guys that I took a win and I took a loss, and I will be able to explain it, then you guys should really know that yes, I did it, right? And if you don't believe, it's still fine. Those that really understand how the game works, they will really get it. Okay, so let it load. You see, this is one of the reasons why like I hate going up and down. Like thing will just be misbehaving anyhow, and it will make this video to take long. Like so, NZD USD, I guess NZD USD. I call the trade also. Smash wants to trade, like no cap, no cap. That's how I was. This is how I was able to make a 1 to 6 race to reward this week. This is how I was able to make a 1 to 6 race to reward. Very simple, very simple, very simple. And I try stress am. So family, like I just showed us guys, like I just that's this is really wasting our time right here. It's taking our time. So let's just keep going. Like let's keep going. So right here, this was the trade, and immediately when I saw this break, I waited for the pullback, and then it is what it is. We can see after we had this mitigation, market was just consolidating. Right? Market was just consolidating. Market was just consolidating. But I understand that consolidation does not mean hit stop loss. The market, I've experienced this, right? That's why trading, you really need to allow yourself to have experience on how this price action actually move. Like without real life experience, bro, I can be explaining from now till tomorrow, and you won't still get it. Like I promise us guys that. So you really need to have the experience to actually be able to really handle this, and you need to, like, have a strong psychology, right? Because if you're that trader that is always afraid to lose, even when you are willing to give the market what you can give, then you are going to end up missing a lot of trades, like, because your fear won't allow you to hold on to a trade that will actually give you a good return, right? Your fear will not actually allow you. So when all this was happening, my brother, I was fucking sleeping. I was fucking sleeping, right? I was fucking sleeping. This actually happened overnight. When I woke up in the morning, I saw price here. I just broke over my trade. I just broke over my trade, and then immediately when we smash a 1 to 3, like, you know what it means. Like I just take partial, right? I take partial. So I think this trade right here, I was out here. I was out here, right? I was out. I was out here because I was just trailing my stop loss. I was really trailing my stop loss. So I would have loved to like give us a many insight on how I trade, but I think with just this, like, I've tried my best. Like I've really tried my best. To be honest, nobody will come here and be showing us guys everything that he's looking at, how he was able to take his trade, everything like this. Nobody. So I could have shown us guys my management, how I used to take my profit, all those stuffs that are very important. But for that, you really need to be part of my team. Like you really need to be part of my team. Where we do our weekly review, Sunday. Like we go through our course, and we keep growing as well, because the goal is for us to keep growing every single day. So you are really if you are really interested in my work, and as you can see, we are really doing good. Okay, we are really doing good. For sure, we are doing good. So, if you are so interested, you can, DM me on my Instagram. I am Showboy. I'm Showboy. That's my Instagram handle, right? So if you're really interested, you can be part of us, okay? And also, I want us guys to really subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you guys are so impressed with what I do right here, I want you guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I also want us guys to drop me a comment so that that will actually keep pushing me to dish out more of this like this. Like we know what it is. So your support alone, family, would keep me going, right? To actually show me that yeah, I'm doing something that is helping people, right? Through your comments. So I will be happy if I see you guys comment. I will be so excited, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel where I drop my weekly review and my weekly trade breakdown. Right, this is what we do on this channel. This is our goal, right? Our goal is to help many individuals as possible. Our goal is to like my goal is to reach out to many people as I can. Those that are finding it difficult to analyze this market, my goal is to show them how simple I try to analyze the market and then wait for the probability to happen, because trading is a probability game. We all need to understand this. Like all is a pure probability game. If you fail to really understand it, then almost or you're for you or you're for you. I don't know anything I will tell you again. So kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel if you love what I'm doing. So I wish us guys a productive weekend because I'm done. Those are the four trades that I took this week. Like two loss, two win, right? Two loss, two win. So you can go do the mathematics, right? Risking 1%, I lost 2%, and then I was able to make like how many percent? You can do the math, right? You can do the math. So this was the four trade that I was able to actually participate on this week, and this is the return. So peace out, family. I wish us guys all a productive weekend. Make sure that you don't just sleep on this weekend, family. Find something to do. Like test your child, read book, right? Read book like we can see right here. This is the book I'm currently reading. Like Think and Grow Rich. Like you can go and get a copy of this. This would cost you much. Like this is just like 3,000 naira. This would cost you much. Like it's pretty simple. Just find something to do, something that will truly help your life, and it is what it is. I wish us guys the best of luck in our trading, man.